Hazard Control Technologies presents F500 encapsulator technology. According to the Department of Energy, the average age of large transformers in the United States is 40 years, with some as old as 70 years. 70% are over 25 years old. With more than 132,000 large transformers, there are failures from insulation deterioration, surge, lightning, moisture, and workmanship errors that usually result in fires. Transformer fires are complicated. First, they are energized, some over 1,000 kilovolts, and the power must be removed to prevent electrical feedback to the firefighter. Also, transformers can contain over 10,000 gallons of mineral oil with a flash point around 284 degrees Fahrenheit. During failure, the oil feeds the fire. The large amounts of metal retain the heat above the flash point of the oil. Finally, transformer fires are three-dimensional fires. As NFPA 11 Annex A 1.1 states, foam is not suitable for three-dimensional flowing liquid fuel fires or for gas fires. In July 2009, local firefighters in Queens, New York, responded to a transformer fire. They immediately began to protect adjacent structures with a deck gun and 4 hand lines, being careful to avoid the energized transformer. Foam lines and Purple K lines were prepared, waiting for confirmation from ConEdison the power was turned off. The dike around the transformer was several thousand gallons, and the mineral oil in the transformer was about 3,600 gallons. During the 2 hours firefighters waited for ConEdison to confirm the power was off, they continued to protect adjacent buildings. Water runoff was so great, a basement began to flood with oil-contaminated water. Runoff into a nearby stream resulted in a $5 million cleanup. After receiving word from ConEdison the power was off, firefighters began applying Purple K to the transformer from 2 lines, but it kept reigniting. So they applied foam and Purple K, but it continued to reignite. An hour and a half later, the hazmat team suggested they try F500 encapsulator agent. The F500 EA was applied at 3% with water through a single hand line. Since F500 EA has the ability to cool the massive metal transformer and encapsulate the oil, F500 EA extinguished the fire in less than 2 minutes. To be safe, they continued to apply F500 EA until the transformer temperature dropped to 120 degrees. F500 encapsulator agent is a 3-dimensional Class B fire suppression agent. The F500 EA rapidly cooled the hot oil and metal, reducing the temperature below the flash point of the oil. Simultaneously, the F500 EA encapsulated the oil, rendering it non-flammable. It also interrupted the free radical chain reaction, eliminating the heavy black smoke. Very little water and agent was used with F500. F500 EA does not rely on the formation and maintenance of a foam blanket to smother a fire, so it is very effective on 3-dimensional fires like transformers. After this incident, ConEdison began testing various fire suppression agents. Preliminary tests at 50,000 volts showed only one agent had acceptable electrical feedback to the nozzle, F500 encapsulator agent. In October 2010, live field testing began at the Fresh Kills substation on 138,000 volts and 345,000 volts. To be imperceptible to humans, the electrical feedback to the nozzle had to be below 0.9 milliamps. Their findings showed 3% F500EA could be applied to 345,000 volts from 25 feet with a fog pattern or 125 feet with a stream. As a result of the ConEdison testing, F500 encapsulator agent is now recommended for transformer fires. After the power is removed, F500EA can be safely applied without fear of electrical feedback to the nozzle if the stream comes into contact with nearby energized equipment. Rapid extinguishment eliminates the need to protect surrounding structures, which can lead to runoff complications. Very little agent and water are needed, which is especially useful since so many substations are rural. Additional fire departments don't need to be called. Any mineral oil is encapsulated and rendered non-flammable. Cleanup costs are greatly reduced. The transformer will be cool, preventing reignition. Toxic smoke is quickly reduced. There will be less firefighter fatigue, and teams will be ready for the next call.